Sure, they have some damage, but it's not that much at the moment.
I mean, they need an envy hero, to put it
Yeah.
simply. And none of these heroes are envy heroes, like, at all. So I don't know what they grab. Terrorblade, Lycan, Naga, all gone. So HellRaisers are really targeting the bans towards envy. Envy's like, I just want to play Dota, guys. HellRaisers like, no. We're not giving you anything easily. So we'll have to wait and see what they grab. HellRaisers have their last pick here. Not a mid laner, probably off. I think it's gonna be. Well, I don't know how Legion play. How they play Legion. I don't know if they play him off lane or mid lane.
Could be mid or off lane.
Yeah, it's either of those two. It's a bounty hunter again.
Bounty hunter.
Second day in a row we've seen this hero. Interesting choice. It's really good. I feel like when you put him like with a specific goal in mind to roam and gank, say like a jungler, like we saw yesterday.
What if
Puppy was playing Enigma, but.
I think it could be a position 4 bounty hunter, perhaps, and a offlane ogre, maybe?
Yeah, that seems okay, but it feels like ogre. I mean, even if he's pretty tanky, I mean, magic missile and chilling touch. That's
Oh, he's
a lot
definitely
of
more
damage.
tanky than bounty hunter.
That's true. I mean, all you would have to do is buy sentries if you're Cloud9
Yeah.
and you'd kill him. So.
I mean, if you really want to ruin this bounty hunter, say you buy both Sentry and Dust, so that when he goes invis, he gets that 10% slow. Pretty much a guaranteed kill if you're able to dust him up. And what carry are Cloud9 going to pick? Maybe
PA?
the Necro or PA? They need
Place your
something
bets.
tanky because against this Legion commander, you don't really want to pick a squishy carry. Because if
No.
you get dueled, most likely you're just going to fall at that point. And they do have the Ogre and the Skywrath, so a lot of burst potential coming out from HellRaisers. Really not a fun game to be playing carry in.
No, definitely. I feel like either Necro or PA will just die this game. I don't know what they choose here, but they're thinking about it. They got 10 seconds left to reserve time here. And we'll see. Cloud9. This actually works really well. This is a hero. You can become tanky quickly. I like the decision coming up from Cloud9. And Envy will be playing your Morphling. We'll see in what lane he plays it, so I like the choice.
And I believe that you can morph during duels, so the only thing able to stop the morph currently would be the Skywrath Silence, so I like the Morphling pick here as well. And it's a Linken's carrier, so gonna be pretty good against the heroes that HellRaisers have.
Absolutely. So we'll see how it comes and plays out, obviously. Morphling will be all over the map with his replicate. He'll be tough to take down. They don't have the IO this game like Secret had last year, but Morphling can still work out pretty well, and I'm sure Eternal Envy will try to get up a Midas or something and farm rather quickly, assuming he gets a good start. But again, this is a pretty good roaming gank squad from HellRaisers. They have the potential to go not only, rampant in the early game, but later on, Slayer could carry as well. So I like the lineup coming up from HellRaisers. For Cloud9, they do some work, but again, this is a Fata puck, so, and a Bones of a Batrider. There is a lot of stuff to get through for your HellRaisers right now. I mean, this is not an easy lineup to play against because we've seen Fata play puck. He is just all over the damn place. And all of these heroes, rather, all of these players, playing heroes they're pretty comfortable with. I mean, Pyla Dies getting his Vengeful Spirit, Misery's playing his Ancient Apparition, he's playing his Morphling, so they have a lot to work with now. They're going to do some defensive play by going into their own jungle here. For Cloud9, for HellRaisers, well, they're going to head down, and I can hear your cat already. Hello, Mr. Cat. God, he's with us every day, man. He wants to watch some Dota.
And for HellRaisers, in the offlane, it looks like we're going to have Gorak playing the Ogre Magi. We're going to have Dread on the roaming Bounty Hunter. In the mid lane, it's going to be Afo Ninja on that Legion Commander. Godam playing the support Skywrath in the safe lane, supporting up Artez on the Slark.
So, if we look at Cloud9 right now, they have Dust, they have Observer Wards, they have, I believe, one Sentry left. So, if they get anywhere close with this Bounty Hunter, and he's alone, it's a good chance that he could die. And that's frightening, to say the least, so.
Yeah, and it's...
Oh god, Misery. Are you dead? I think Misery's dead. That bounty run. Yeah, they were waiting at the Roche, but that was really smart play from HellRaisers. They're going to get first blood as well. Misery already feeding away. First blood to Dread. Ugh, that's rough.
Yeah, there's actually an Orb of Venom coming out from the Bounty Hunter, so able to get that 12% slow along with the 20% slow from Ignite, so getting a lot of slows in and a lot of right clicks and pretty easy kill for them in the end.
I mean, it was really smart for Gork to be in the Roach Pit over here, and then he just walks out, and of course the Bounty Hunter was Shadow Walked in the high ground, so it was pretty simple for him. And he just comes down and just hits him once with the Janata, I believe it was, or actually it was Shadow Walk, so he just hits him once with the Orb of Venom and he's fine.
And I feel like if they end up dual laning, they're actually... someone's gonna die here, I think, once Ancient Apparition gets back into the lane.
He's already taking a lot of harass. He has some morph strength a bit. Middle lane going somewhat okay for both heroes for the most part. And top lane, obviously, Bone 7's taking a lot of harass. Double ring of protection is becoming an issue. Miz is going to come in, and we'll see if they decide to go for a kill. You look at Pylai Die and his positioning. They're ready to fight. And Dread is here nearby.
There's too many creeps.
Once there's another creep wave, maybe they go for it, but it's going to be under the tower, so it's going to be kind of tough to fight into this, yeah. And E will just try to get some more farm here in the meantime.
They are looking for Pilot Eye, probably wondering where is that Vengeful Spirit?
They haven't picked him out over here on the side shop yet. And Dread is rotating through mid. They will see him. And he's going to Shadow Walk, and that means that Fata just has to back up, which is kind of annoying for him in that mid lane. Arcane Bolt top lane, Bone 7 taking a lot of harass, but he's fine. But yeah, Fata is kind of worried. Meanwhile, waveform, correct. There's going to be the Magic Missile. They have the chug that's going. I don't think they have the damage here. He's very close to dead, but
that was living.
They were too far away. I mean, as soon as you get right into that tower, he's safe. Unless they had a way for him to dive. But, I mean, he was going to survive there. And that was just pretty smart play for him to get out. And obviously too far out for Cloud9 to secure the kill.
Boots, Stout Shield, and 7 armor makes him extremely tanky, even up against this Ancient Apparition Venge combination and Morph. And a little surprised that he does end up living. I think maybe if they got the stun out a little earlier, they might have been able to body block him some. But in the end, he does survive, so really important for him to survive there.
Or actually sees Pilot Die. Pilot Die is like, I'm totally going to be not spotted out here. And he threw another Sentry Ward down right next to the old Sentry.
That one's not even expiring.
He's just sitting here.
It's
He
like
thinks
10
that
seconds
he's like,
left.
how can he see me? But this lane actually gives him vision. So Pilot Eye is just like, and Gork's looking literally right at him. He's looking at him, and he's gonna walk towards Pilot Eye. And Dread's here on the backside. Dread's actually trying to contest the pull, and yeah, he will. I mean, so chain pull is stopped. They needed to put the sentry down closer to these camps, but well, no such luck. But
it's like Bone 7 is gonna start jungling up a bit. Does do one camp. It's like he went for that double ring of protection build that we've been seeing recently. And I mean, to be honest, 3 armor for 200 gold is pretty ridiculous and broken, in my opinion. I think it's actually just too strong right now.
double ring your prots. You don't like it? All right, well.
Well, I like it. I think it's actually just too strong. I think it needs to cost more gold, like maybe 225 or something.
Waveform on Nagoric, and he's going to get Fire Blasted in the process of doing so. Ignited as well. That's a lot of harass he's taking. He actually needs a Strength Morph. Meanwhile, Magic Missile in the river. They will get the kill. And that'll be Dread falling. And this time, he was the one going for the room, and they caught him out that time. So, finally getting a kill on that annoying ass Bounty Hunter. And EE is at 21 last hits currently. Slark up to 23 at the top lane. And they're looking for Bone 7. They haven't yet been stacking up the jungle because, of course, the Bounty Hunter could come in and just... anytime you're stacking, he can just harass you, or anytime you're taking those stacks, just kill you in the process of doing so. So it seems like Bone 7 actually might have a tough time this game in terms of getting up his blink tech, which we kind of expect to see at like 8-9 minutes, but he bottom lane getting hit up. They already used the Ignite, no Fire Blast mana. He has to back away.
No mana left.
Dread gonna get cold feeted. He should still survive here, but he is at 83 HP.
Yeah, the dust was actually on cooldown on Pilot A, or they might have been able to get that kill on Bounty Hunter. But HellRaisers doing a good job harassing the Morphling. He's going to have to make a quick trip to base, so going to slow down his farm a little bit. And as we see, it's bottom lane getting harassed pretty well, as the CS difference between the Slark and Morphling is 27 to 22, so a pretty good job in that regard. In the mid lane, it looks like Afo Ninja doing a really good job for himself in that 1v1 matchup against Fata with 23 last hits to the 20 of Fata, so...
Yeah, this is a very good start for HellRaisers. I mean, once they get Slark some farm here, and it looks like he might be going for Midas, they'll be in a really good position. He's got enough for his Midas recipe, and he's going to buy it right now, so they're going to go for a bit of a later game kind of tactic. Mid lane, they will come in with EE as well. They're going to try to gank, and Afro Ninja, with the press the attack, is able to survive. EES actually back away. The roaming Morphling gank squad, not enough to get the kill. Interestingly enough, he comes in, and they can't get anything done, so...
It's also worth noting that HellRaisers has been able to have access to their dire pool, whereas C9 getting harassed a lot, not really able to do this pull as the bounty hunter is usually being a constant annoyance to these C9 supports, so...
It's actually super interesting that, I mean, like, EE is not getting farm anymore. Yeah. Once he died, or once he went back to well, I mean, he's sat at 22 last hits for a long period of time.
Yeah. And I mean, if we look at the experience difference between these carries, the Slark is almost level 6, whereas EE is sitting at level 4, even less experienced than Goddamn on the support Skyreth, so... The safe lane of HellRaisers is doing a much better job than the safe lane of C9.
And not only that, but they're shutting down the Batrider as well to a certain extent. I mean, there's still 0 stacks in this jungle, so Batrider is not going to have anywhere near the blink dagger timing we're used to seeing. They do see Dread. They're about to pop the dust. They will scout him out. The Cold Feet's going to go. There's the Ice Vortex as well. Pylite Eye Magic Missile coming out. The Chilling Touch is going to go, but I don't think they have the damage here. Bone 7's going to come through. That dust is still on him, but only from now. It's gone now. They can't get the kill. They're going to turn their attention to Gork. There's the Firefly going. The Sticky Night Bomb as well. Fire Blast is available. He's about to use it. It looks like no, he's going to back away, realizing he might not have enough mana for it. Thoughts are coming in. Dreamcoil was ready. He could have fought there if he wanted to, but decided against it. So, again, another little bit of a tip that Cloud9 can't get a kill off the back end of.
Yeah, and honestly, committing a lot of resources to that. It did create a little bit of space for Eternal Envy, so he was able to get some last hits in the bottom lane, but at the same time, this top lane constantly being pressured with the siege creep, already down to 500 life, and Artez doing a really good job CSing in the safe lane, has that Midas up, his boots, and a little bit of gold, and it looks like they might this tower maybe on the next wave.
The siege creep already dead, so... Bottom lane, it does give some room for EE to get back up and to get to his CS. He's got 32 now, 31, but, you know, this is still going to take time. In fact, he's still getting harassed. He's actually alone. He has to wait for him away. It does avoid the Ignite, luckily enough, coming out after Dread, of course, was right-clicking with the Shadow, or rather the Orb of Venom, but... They're going to go toe-to-toe. Gorik and EE is just like, guys, can I get some help here, please? I'm actually taking so much damage. Pilot Eye is walking near him in his Observer Ward with 2 sentries. He's not throwing one down, though. He doesn't seem to know that exists. He's going to head back towards the river, throw up another Observer Ward, and try to stack some
you
camps
generally
here.
You don't expect such an aggressive jungle ward at this point in the game. And it looks like there is a duel on the mid lane.
Ninja Commander gets the kill on Fata. There was a TP rotation, gets canceled immediately. And nice. After Ninja gets started with 10 duel damage here, so...
And we've talked about this a lot of times. It's really important that you get a couple early duel victories to help your snowball. Helps with last hitting, farming the jungle. You know, it's basically... It's almost like getting extra gold every time you get a kill.
It's pretty nice to have. And they actually would get extra gold with a kill if they could get up to track for a bounty hunter. Dread's pretty close to level 6, and once that happens, all of a sudden Cloud9 might be in some trouble. Important to note also is that Envy did get a point early in his replicate, which you don't see that often, but in this game makes total sense considering how often he's getting harassed and how often he needs to make a trip to the well. He just TP's home, replicates back, no big issue.
Oh, okay.
So...
Yeah, that's pretty much the only use for level 1 replicate, because you can't really... you can't use it as a mechanism to stay alive, only because it just lasts so short, the duration.
I mean, yeah, I think the duration for level 1 is
30.
It's not very good.
So, I mean, once you get up that level 2 and level 3 replicate, you can use it to farm very aggressively. But
Dream Coil, Ice Blast, boom! Nice kill. Fata and Misery combined to get the kill back in the mid lane. After, of course, FNJ did get that duel on Fata. Fata's up to his shreds. He's up to his usual tricks as well.
Oh,
it's going to take a lot, though, but...
Level 6 now on the Skywrath, so the Mystic Flare available. It'll be interesting to see when they decide to use this. Maybe they'll smoke the Legion Commander and Skywrath sometime soon.
This is actually kind of tough, I feel like, for Cloud9. They have so much farm. I mean, Artez is at a Blink Dagger. I mean, pretty much. He's going to have a blanket. So
if you look at net worth, 3,000 in the advantage of HellRaisers, 2,000 experience, so doing a really good job not allowing the Morphling to free farm and snowball out of control. He's only sitting at 42 last hits. I mean, he's at the same last hits as his mid laner.
Morphling, yeah, he is having a tough time. And this was a game where I thought maybe they would be able to abuse the offlane, but the dual lane coming out from HellRaisers has done so much work. If it was just a Gork, if it was just Red, I think they would both die, but they've really dealt effectively with the C9 supports.
And
they've also dealt with Bone 7 as well. I mean, Bone 7 at 11 minutes has 1,300 gold and no Tranquil Boots yet. He cannot stack up the jungle. He literally just has to take the jungle using single stacks. The top tower is going to go down. That should be Artez with his Blink Dagger already in tow. He'll get his Treads next at about 12 minutes in. Wait for him on a Gork. He's trying to fight here. He actually takes a lot of damage. He can't replicate it. Now he can. He replicates back home mid lane. There's the last going into FNJ. The Shuriken Toss goes and doesn't do enough damage to do real anything. Fata's going to get caught out. He already got the Arcane Bolt, though, and he's actually just fine. So an easy kill coming out, the lasso being used, and that actually provides a lot to Bone 7, who is now up to 1,700 gold. All right, this game, it's still really questionable. 83 last hits for Artez at 12 minutes in. Gonna go buy his treads as well, and that means that he can start fighting.
Does look like they are pinging out Gorek, but they do have vision at the bottom rune spot, so...
They also know that Dread is here. There's the Sentry Ward, so if he walks further, he might just get Magic Missile. Waveform's going to go in. They're just trying to push Gork back, and... Oh, wow, look at Artez. He blinked over into the trees. He's ready to go, man. He's waiting for a hero to come farm this top lane.
Misery is actually going for this Hand of Midas AA build that we've seen a couple times. Let's go ahead and pick up the recipes. Probably going to have that at about 14 minutes. It'll be pretty good to give him those levels.
Oh god, Dread, what are you doing there, buddy? He got caught out, walked right through the sentry. Ice Blast, Gork needs to leave now, and he's not going to make it out. I don't think Pylai Die going to go in. There's the Fire Blast. They already did use the Magic Missile Waveform. That's more than enough. EE gets a double kill. Replicates out. That's just so much damage to deal with. And suddenly, finally, Cloud9 get back on the board. A TP rotation from Artez is a bit too late. Now they do see the Blink Dagger on him as well. Goddamn, does get the kill on Fata mid lane as they do get a duel. FNJ getting involved there, who's almost up to his Blink Dagger, all things considered. So a lot of Blinks about to come out for both of these squads. You look at, actually, the Bat Rider does get his Blink up, so not as late as I thought it was going to be, about 13 minutes. And now he can start fighting if he really wants to.
Goes straight for that Blink Rush. Doesn't end up dying and gets that one kill, so... speeding up his blink timing. Looks like Artez is in the bottom lane. They should know that he was here as they do have that lane ward, so...
And they're back underneath the tower. They could actually get dove. And Pylai Die gonna get pounced on now. He's in some trouble. Magic Missile is gonna go through. Dark Packed it off though. Now they're looking for more E. Teleportation in from Cloud9's Fata. EE's looking to fight this. There's the Replicate going. Dark Packs anything. And he's just gonna walk away.
Fine. Yep.
And it's just that easy, and that's a track kill going out as well, which gives them just a nice amount of gold, and it goes to Gork, and an extra 300, so pretty good duel, or rather, pretty good track, rather, coming out from HellRaisers, so a good start to their game. They have 4 kills. More importantly, this is the time where they're going to put a lot of pressure on to the side of Cloud9. EE still has a long way to go to be effective in this game. Fata's going to have his blink soon, but this is going to be still pretty tough.
In the top lane, like Bone 7 is continuing to farm up.
He's going to avoid the pounce there as well. He's going to get Dark Pact. There's the lasso going in, but there's no real follow-up. He's in a lot of
trouble, actually.
He actually blinks away during the lasso. Wow. Oh. That was actually impressive. That actually just saved his life. Last on cooldown, but
messed up just a little bit. I think he actually could have picked up that kill. when you Dark Pact, you actually cancel your own Blink Dagger, and right after Bone 7 blinked away, he used Dark
Duel
Pact.
onto Fata. Mystic Flare as well. The swap out saves his life. Fata's still in trouble. He will go down. Winner for Affin and Jay. That was very close. Pilot tried his best. Roaming in his Dread as well. They want both these kills. Mister's going to get tracked up. Bone 7, no lasso. He's going to try to fight here. Goddamn, getting low. One sticky napalm. Look at the Firefly damage. And now another TP. Fire Blast from Gorik. They're going to try to turn the attention to Bone 7. He's tracked up. They're going to get the kill. Dread does get it done. They get the kill on the Bounty Hunter. Yes, wait for me. He's ready to fight. Adaptive Strike coming in from your Morphling. It actually turns into a 2-for-2 trade somehow. Although the dual win did go and the track kill did come out, but still pretty good. Actually, track wasn't used there for Dread. I thought it was for sure, but
He did track.
but they didn't get the right hero kill for it, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't on Bounty Hunter. They tracked AA.
So, EE's still farming. He's actually getting involved pretty early on, all things considered. I mean, this is a game where EE, he wants to farm, but doesn't have the chance to. Yeah,
He's been under a lot of pressure this game.
He really has. FNJ presses the attack. Duel was up for him. Throws up the smiley face. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mannered plays.
And Fata really actually struggling this game on the puck. He's 0-3, doesn't have his Blink Dagger at 16 minutes, only with 1,300 gold, so not having the greatest puck game. Not anything close to what we saw yesterday.
This is, it's unusual for him to be this far behind, but again, you talked about pressure, and it's not just EE, but I guess the rest of Cloud9 as well. They're kind of just sitting around this mid lane, and I mean, look at HellRaisers. They're taking control of the enemy jungle. They have 2 Invis heroes, one of them with a rune, one of them with one of abilities, and the rest of them are just kind of walking around looking for somebody to kill. And everyone's mid right now. They have the possibility to try to fight, but they're just kind of just pressuring this tower down bottom, it looks like, as it's at full health, but they'll put some pressure on it now. By the way, Gorik is building, I think, towards his Yule Scepter, interestingly enough. Not going straight Aghanim's on this hero. Smoke up the seat. Pilot Eyes leading the way. We'll see if they can find anybody out for Cloud9. Who are they going to run into?
Goddamn, could be in some trouble if he runs into...
Oh, they're going to run right into Artez. Pilot Eyes going to try to TP out. He'll make it. Artez silenced up. An Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. That's a huge kill. But now there's going to be the silence. The Mystic Flare as well. Fata very close to dead. They want this duel. They might find it. Phase shift. Dream Coil. Duel gets out. Good try coming out. Now the Fire Blast going in as well. They'll take 2 kills. A duel in the process. And while they lose Artez, yes, they still get plenty in return.
I would say that's a... it would be even, I think, if they didn't get the duel and the track, just because it was on the... They got the kill on the Sark, which is the #1 priority for Cloud9. And he actually didn't buy his ultimate orb, which I thought he was going to buy. He did have enough gold for that, so...
A bit of a waste of money, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But worse things have happened.
Bone
Gorik
7...
does not see Bone 7. He TPs away, and they'll survive. They're still making a lot of room down to this bottom lane for HellRaisers to try to take this tower. They could easily take it here with this next couple of free
Bone
players.
7 is going for his boot of travel build, so... Gonna try to split push, create a bit of space for his team. Be as annoying as possible on this... Bat Raider.
This Ice Blast has actually done work this game. It's not that they've just thrown out this Ice Blast willy-nilly. For the most part, they've gotten kills off the back end of it. And with his Midas, he does have his Ogre Club already. So, one component done. Lasso now into mid lane on Gorik. He's trying to fight up. Waveform is available. And that'll get the kill for Eternal Envy. Replicate's been used, and so EE is starting to get farm. He'll be up to his Lincoln Sphere pretty soon. I mean, he gets the tower. He's almost up to his Perseverance, so... Not too bad.
Yeah,
although
I mean, it's gonna be a late Lincoln.
Yeah, exactly, but
Usually,
it could be worse.
You want... I would say if you go for this Tread Spottle Aquila, you probably want your Lincolns probably right about now. Maybe a little earlier. Maybe 18 minutes, but...
He has a replicate. He's going to use it in just a second. I believe it's back home in the well. Sortez, if he even finds him, he's just going to replicate out. So yeah, he's going to wait for him. Cut the creep wave, actually. Look at this. The cheeky plays coming out. They did get the bottom tower for HellRaisers. They're all making their way out of there. In fact, they smoked him afterwards. Affinity has his Blade Mail plus Blink plus Duel and 48 damage ready to go. He presses the attack a bit early, but he's looking for that bottom camp here, the big camp.
Oh, they know that they saw the smoke.
And Pylai Die coming in. Goddamn magic missile. Goddamn's gonna get caught out. Ninja's like, I need to get the hell out of here. And a nice kill coming up from Bone 7 and Pylai Die. They catch some heroes out of position.
Smoke. I don't know. It was quite close with this observer ward on that guy ground.
Blink, silence. Dread's gonna get Dreamcoiled as well. And waveform adaptive strike from EE. There's gonna be the pounce as well into Fata. He's got no phase shift. The duel onto Eternal Envy, the winner for Ninja. That was so much damage. Now the last is gonna come in. The magic missile as well. Can they get this kill? Fata's starting to do work. Double kill for him. Silence. They, of course, swap him back out as well. And now he's got Dark Pack. Doesn't matter. Triple kill for Fata. Gork's going to get chased down. And although they lose Eternal Envy, I still think it's worth it as Fata starts going to town. And now he's becoming a force to be reckoned with here on this puck. His blink is done. 1,300 gold in the bank. What an engagement coming out as they take 1,500 gold going the way of Cloud9.
And they do end up fighting 3 against 5, so a bit of an odd fight coming out from HellRaisers. And in the end, Cloud9 come out way ahead in that engagement. I think they killed 4 for 1, only losing the Morphling. And
yeah.
Fata finally completes his Blink Dagger, gets a lot of gold from that previous engagement, also up to the Staff of Wizardry.
Fata's gonna live. Fire Blast, Shuriken Toss is gonna go. Mystic Flare, that does a lot of damage, but they had TP rotations. Mystic Flare does connect and goddamn waveform up, but they can't get to him, so. Now they're looking to turn their attention to EE. Fire Blast is gonna go, and the track is up as well. He just replicates way back towards the jungle, and he'll farm the jungle up a bit more, so. Top lane, Artez, Bone 7, TP's away. Artez cannot get the kill. And EE, he did die there, so he didn't reap all of the benefits of that team fight that came through. He could have been up to a Lincoln Sphere and even more gold had he lived. But at least they get a lot of farm for Fata and the rest of the team, so.
I mean, still a little slight gold advantage for HellRaisers, but the experience definitely going in the favor of C9 after that last engagement, up to a 4,000 experience lead.
Swap going into Ninja, but there's no follow-up. Now there is Dream Coil coming in. Silence goes through. Magic Missile, Ice Blast. It won't be enough damage, but now it will be. The last one coming in. Press the attack. Bone 7 actually gets blown up, though. The Dust is going to go EE. Waveforms to the high ground. Adaptive Strike on 1. Right click on 2. Double kill for Envy. They want more, but not going to find it. Wow, that was some damage. I thought that was a bit questionable engagement from Pylai Die, but they certainly did. They came in and they destroyed everybody.
So, in these last couple of engagements, Cloud9 have been doing a really good job having the numbers advantage and coming out way ahead.
Wow, the Fire Blast, the multicast coming in. Korak destroying not 1, but 2. Ninja buying back, 2 heroes dead. Fire Blast, Pylai Die, you've got to be kidding me. The multicast is real for HellRaisers. Cloud9 actually just have to back away. They did not expect a buyback from the Legion Commander, and they didn't even need it. Gork just throws up 2 multicasts right in a row and says, I'll just kill both of your supports, it's fine. God, what an interesting / stupid hero.
And Artez does go ahead and pick up his second ultimate orb, so getting pretty close to that Eye of Scotty.
Bone 7 over here. They can't pounce into the river, unfortunately. Firefly actually just, it goes somehow in that spot where nobody should be able to walk, but I guess you're off the map, so you're fine. They can't really catch him out with the pounce. There is a lot of dire vision, though. HellRaisers have done a nice job of re-upping the vision. They throw up another observer ward here on the high ground. They have one right here in the jungle just to see if EE's farming, and of course one on the Uber Cliff as well, so. I mean, in terms of dire side vision, there's a lot of it. Radiant really don't have much, if anything. They have 1 defensive ward in their own jungle, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing really going for them in terms of just straight farm, or excuse me, straight vision, so. Gorek actually was thinking about fighting onto EE. There's the Fire Blast going in. He's going to try to wait for him. He will make it out, but Artez is here. He's like, I need to actually just replicate. Bone 7 gets the kill onto Goddamn, who's warding up, it looks like. Dreamcoil is going to go onto 2, but there's no follow-up. Dreamcoil is breaking. Artez immediately Dark Packs off the Dreamcoil stun. That was really cool. He takes down the tower. He's going to try to replicate it. No, he actually doesn't have replicate. He has to TP out, and he makes it away, but smart play from Eternal Envy. And Fata is invis, so he's fine.
And Bone 7 doing a really good job coming back into this game. He had a really rough start, not having any stacks in his jungle. Having a really hard time against that Skywrath Slork lane, but has his Blink Dagger, has the bots, and the Force Staff at 24 minutes, so Doing very well for himself on this Batrider.
24-minute Scotty for Artez, though. Not too bad
Yeah,
for
the
your
Slark
Slark.
is getting really farmed.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage to work with here. This is going to get kind of tough now for Cloud9. Lincoln's is done, though. So that's something for Eternal Envy. But look at this aggressive play. Look at where HellRaisers are situated. I mean, they're ready to fight. They're ready to go. They've got 3 heroes. They got their ions here in the mid lane. Dread's going to get silenced up the Yule Scepter, but there's going to be the wraparound gate coming in. Blink Lasso going to go into Gorak, but Pylai is already dead. I think the duel was not used yet. Maybe it was.
It was blocked by Lincoln.
Slark does get the kill on Pylai. Bone 7 in some trouble. EE's thinking about waveforming and getting a kill. Winning Rift does go. They will pick up 1. They'll get 2 as the waveform comes in. A 2-for-2 exchange. Droomcrawl now into Affinage. He doesn't have duel. EE and him are going to fight up, and they will get the kill. Double kill coming out from Eternal Envy. And Cloud9, all things considered, they're fighting this rather well. I mean, they're having to deal with this Slark who has a Scotty, but they're able to catch HellRaisers out of position and get kills with Dreamcoil, Lasso. I mean, they lose a support as well as their Batrider. Artez does jump on an Eternal Envy. He's going to wave from away and just try to TP out, and he'll make it. No bash for Artez. Shrukatos was not there to stop the TP scroll as well, so... Alright.
Yeah, and Misery up to 850 gold, only needs 150 for this Aghanim Scepter, and that's really going to be the bane of Slark's existence. If he gets hit up with that Aghanim, he's not going to have any healing from his ultimate.
He has the Aghanims.
Yeah,
so
I think he sold something.
I don't know what. I'm not sure. Regardless, he has...
TPs, I think.
Yeah, I think he's fine. He's good to go now. Yeah, this is going to be actually... At some point in this game... The momentum is going to swing from HellRaisers to Cloud9 pretty significantly because EE will hit a point where he's just killing everybody. I mean, Bone 7's already pretty farmed. Fox is going to have maybe another item. He has his Yule Scepter. He doesn't build minus on this hero, but he gets farmed regardless. I mean, like, they're just going to start dying to a lot of the abilities from Cloud9. Yule Scepter coming out from Fatsa onto Artez. Waiting Rift as well. And Affinage duel up onto Bone 7. Ice Blast is going to go. It doesn't actually connect on anybody, though. Artez and Affinage still fighting. He's waveforming through. Look at the damage. He's going to get 1 kill. He gets 2 kills. And now the pounce right into Fata. He gets 3 kills. There is going to be the multicast on Misery. He might die here. Waiting Rift going. Yule Scepter is up as well. They'll pick up 1. Gorak's still running away. Bloodlust. And there's the ultra kill from Eternal Envy onto Dread. Oh, God. What a disaster for HellRaisers. And they might get all 5. He's looking for it. He's got to wait for him up to the high ground here in a second. He will do so. Gorak is going to get man-fought. The Rampage, it might be too late for it, but EE still might get it. Look how fast he's moving. He had the track for a second.
Track move speed.
Yeah, he does, but he will stay alive, it looks like. Phase Shift's going to go. EE is wait for him, but he's so fast. The Yule Scepter's going to go. No Rampage, but they will get the 5th kill. It's actually Fada who'll pick it up with the Illusory Orb, so...
It's just interesting to me that HellRaisers keep taking 5-on-5 engagements when I think their strength with this composition lies in that they have the scouting from the bounty hunter and then they can take advantageous fights for themselves. But every time we have these team fights, Cloud9 have 1 to 2 additional members ready to fight at the start, and HellRaisers, you know, sometimes they have 1 member lacking behind. That time it was Gorak on the Ogre. It just surprises me that they want to take these team fights against the lineup of Cloud9, who really excel in these fights. I mean, they have the AA, they have the Venge, the Morphling, the Puck. All these heroes are really good in team fights.
Oh, wow. Did Goddamn just die to an Ice Blast? He did. I didn't even notice it. Oh, wow. Jesus. Fox is going to get hit up by Dread. He's going to Phase Shift. He'll try to blink away, but he's actually going to Yule Scepter and then blink. Nicely done. And now he's going to Phase Shift and Illusory Orb jaunt away. So this is just Fatsa being Fatsa again, and HellRaisers cannot seem to connect on getting a kill on him. At what point do you think that this game is going decisively in Cloud9's favor? Is it now? I was going to say, I mean, it might be now. Dread's actually just dead. They're going to get 1 kill. The duel will go on to Pylai, who's walking mid lane for some reason. Fox is alone. He's got the Yule, or rather the Urn Charge on him, so he can't blink. That's actually going to be a shotgun done for EE. Phase Shift, Affinage, he doesn't have duel up, so there's no real point for Fox to be too scared. But
I mean, the real issue is that they took too many fights with a numbers disadvantage, and then they just sort of slowly lost by... They lost every fight in the last 10
10?
minutes.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably accurate. And the thing is too is that
I mean, the strength of this composition lies in that you can scout with the bounty hunter. I mean, bounty hunter, he's not really a good team fighting hero, but he has really good scouting tools. He can start tracking up the enemies. It looks like Artez might go down in the top lane.
No Dark Pack coming in. Ice Blast, Waveform, more than dead. Ethereal Blade came out as well, and he is godlike. He is Rioling, if you will. Kappa. They're going to go to the top tier 2 tower. I apologize, that was bad. He's got his replicate up if he's ready to get out, but they are going to try to jump on him here, but no, this is Cloud9's game to lose now.
They're going to duel it too.
Do they just dual replicate?
Yep.
He actually can't take the tower.
Away.
Oh yeah. They'll have to deny the tier 2 tower. He's keeping out. He's going already. Man, what a game for HellRaisers to get started on, and they kind of just gave the game away. And the thing is like Cloud9 know how to play up against this bounty hunter in a 4 position. It's not like they haven't played this before. Fots has seen it on Mouse Sports, and obviously you talked about Pilot Eye playing it. I think it was at TI4. I mean, this is one of his heroes, so they know what to do against him. And right now they're doing the right thing. They're fighting when they need to fight, when they have their abilities. Fatsa needed to get up his blink dagger to be super effective, and when he did, he started killing people. Speaking of killing people, all they need is an Ice Blast and like all Fatsa's abilities to kill goddammit in about less than a second. Dread is shadowing EE right now. He actually sees him. There's his Gem of Truth set up. They're going to wait for him. Adaptive Strike. He was not ready for it. Beyond Godlike Spree for Eternal Envy. Wave of Terror is going to go through. Affinity trying to get out. Blink. Silence is going to go through. No Dream Coil ready for Fatsa yet. They'll back away, and they'll probably put pressure on the tier 2 tower bottom lane. And Cloud9, with Misery standing in, by the way, this is not AUI 2000. They are just starting to take a dump on HellRaisers here, unfortunately, for your dire squad, as they have a 10,000 net worth lead and 12,000 experience lead as well. HellRaisers have played well, but this is not their game right now.
And I think Misery has done a really good job this game. I mean, he's almost up to level 16 on this support AA. Mostly thanks to this Midas pickup, but
HellRaisers jump into the Roche pit. They realize, like, oh, there's nobody here. Time to leave.
They can't do Roshan with this. It just takes them too long to do Roshan.
They just have to back away immediately.
I actually think Legion Commander should have gone for a BKB instead of Blade Mail.
She'll just die to everything from Morphling. Actually, just everything in general.
I'm sure you reflect some damage, but is that better than staying alive? Because you're obviously going to die to all this magical damage.
Well, I mean, at this point,
I mean, even at this point it doesn't matter. But I'm saying, you know, Blade Mail costs how much does it cost? 2,200. So that's over half a BKB.
Yeah, BKB in early would have been nice. I don't know. I guess if you duel, you still could get right-click down though by the Morphling. It does make you a bit tankier, and she is pretty hard to kill. But like it's Sphere going. There's the duel on Fatsa. They might be able to get this kill, and will. Big fight already for HellRaisers, and they have to actually replicate out on an Eternal Envy. So Fatsa getting caught out of position. He actually had the Lincoln Sphere on him, but they broke it immediately, and they were able to get the kill. Nice play coming out from HellRaisers to pick up at least one there. Smoke from Cloud9, but you look at the side of HellRaisers, with the exception of Artez, they're moving as a team. They're moving as 4. Could be a big. Artez is even going to TP down towards the bottom lane. But Cloud9 are ready to go. Firefly. Lasso on to Dread's going to bring him back up to the high ground here. Wave of Terror. Magic Missile. They'll kill him. Press the attack's not going to go. BKB for Bone 7. Swap out Misery. Now trying to get away. Pilot is like, I need a TP out. My team is dying. They lose 1 there. Affinity does get Misery, the Ancient Apparition. Bone 7's like, time to leave. EE all the meanwhile is bottom lane farming, so.
Like Bone 7 is going to fall, maybe.
He's going to chase down.
They blinked out at the last second.
And is this a Roshan for HellRaisers? They don't have... Oh, yeah, he's dead. Wow, the pounce came up for Artez. I actually avoided that for a second just because I wanted to look at Roshan. Suddenly, Bone 7's dead across the map, so... My bad. After Ninja's taking Rosh as well, so...
From C9. Good movement. They sort of baited Cloud9 into thinking that they were safe by showing... They smoked everyone except Slark. Slark showed himself in the top lane, but then quickly TPing after killing 1 wave bottom, so really good play from HellRaisers in that engagement, and they definitely need a couple more of those fights to get back in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're not out of it. We've said it before, but they've started to come back into the net worth chart here. You look at it, it's 2,000 now. Gold was changed. And there's the Magic Missile going out, rather the True Quill. Fire Blast. Alpha Ninja was looking for a duel. He has a haste rune, by the way.
Oh, and
Roll Me Odds is
actually,
going to go.
the
But
Aghanims is now completed onto Ogre. It's on the courier.
oh, that could actually just kill everybody this game. That's more than enough damage. That's going to come out now.
Especially this Morphling. I mean, if you catch him while he's Ethereal Bladed, he's only sitting at 1,000 life. So if you get, you know, a double multicast.
Speaking of which, he actually does Eul's himself, but he's just going to right-click him down. There's one Fire Blast. Oh, the triple, no, the quadruple multicast. He has to replicate out. He actually replicated forward. He wants the kill. No! Oh, that's a beyond godlike spree that you just gave up to Gorak, who now has 1,800 gold in the bank after just buying his Aghanim Scepter. Oh, man, he did not expect the double Fire Blast coming in. He thought it was on cooldown. He should have known better. Oh.
He actually didn't have Ags before that. He brought it to himself on the courier as Eternal Envy was diving, so...
He was not expecting that. That came out of nowhere.
Very unfortunate for him.
It's like, oh, hey, I'm actually just dead. I did, well, okay. So Artez does get a kill in the mid lane. Vlad's is up for Dread, by the way. A nice item to have. They also have the Aegis on Artez, I believe. No, Affinity, actually. But
it's almost like a complete role reversal. Now we see Cloud9 taking disadvantageous fights with a numbers disadvantage.
Throw City.
And
that's where we're at right now.
I feel like if Cloud9 just group up and take a 5 versus 5 team fight, unless they're able to, you know, burst down this Morphling in the duel or something, I think Cloud9 have a really strong advantage in these fights.
Artez has a double damage rune. Fata is like, I'm definitely not going to die here. Phase shift. Pounce is about to go. Nice Eul Scepter, actually. Dark Pact goes. Fata, Waiting Rift. Oh, he's dead as hell. Wow. They get another one. He's done for 80 seconds with no buyback. This might be the opportunity Artez and HellRaisers were looking for. Although Ice Blast is going to come in and it's going to hit Artez. He doesn't bounce away. They need level 3 Ice Blast. He's actually very close. Misery might be the decisive factor here. I mean, once he hits level 3 Ice Blast, that's about as much damage as you're going to be doing. He won't scale any further. Whereas, I guess Gorak's not really considered a support here, but Scarith Mage, once the
Gorak can
BKB's...
still get... He's probably going to go for maybe a BKB, possibly even a Bloodstone to keep spamming out those Fire Blasts.
God, can you imagine a Bloodstone on this hero? That's
I think BKB is the item you go, so that you can guarantee your ability
he
to
won't get
cast
Ethereal
spells.
Bladed. Exactly. Ice Blast won't be as big of an issue. Which, by the way, does get avoided by everyone but Artez again. And the tier 2 tower gets taken, so...
And
Cloud9, they're on the back foot now, it looks like, almost.
Artez up to 5,000 gold. I mean, if we look at this gold graph, pretty much even at this point.
Wow, that changed dramatically ever since Roshan was taken. And that one fight top lane.
Experience now going into the slight favor of HellRaisers, so... I mean, they've just done a really good job of coming back into this game. I really like that play they did in the top lane where they showed
I don't think I would call this a throw. He's going to get caught out. Double Fire Blast. He might be dead here. Gorak just solo kills him coming out because he ignites him first and then multicasts him twice with both Fire Blasts. That should not happen. Eternal Envy, I think, might have to invest in a BKB this game.
Yeah, I think he actually just needs BKB now, or he needs to sit at a higher base amount of HP.
Yeah. Artez is going to get caught. Dream Coil onto 2, but where's the follow-up? I mean, they just threw everything from Fata there and did nothing in the process. They don't want to have to use buyback for Envy, but that might have to happen. Tier 3 tower. Luckily, the mid is the only open available set of racks to go for, as bottom and top still have their tier 2s ready. But, I mean, a set of racks is a set of racks.
Yeah. Slark doesn't actually have buyback right now, so they might not want to have him be pushing this. Looks like they're going to use F1.
He has the Aegis, I believe, still. Aegis, so. It might expire soon, but they're more than okay with him just being on the front lines right now. He's got his BKB as well. And so now
it's actually going to expire in a couple seconds.
The issue we were having with HellRaisers was, you know, how are they going to survive in some of these team fights? And now they have a BKB for F and NJ. Gorak is tanky enough to provide so much damage in these fights. Artez is super tanky as well with an Abyssal and a Scotty. it's very tough, I think, for Cloud9. And I don't think I would call this a throw, honestly, because while they're up 10k gold, they were never really securely in the lead. They didn't take a set of racks. They didn't take Roshan. They had no objectives really taken. And Envy wasn't super far ahead.
Yeah, I would say it wasn't... I wouldn't say what Cloud9 did was a throw. I would just say it wasn't necessarily clean and crisp execution, just because I think when you're that ahead, and I'm sure they felt that they were that ahead, they couldn't just group and slowly take the objectives and then win the game. But they got caught out just a couple times, and HellRaisers, I know I've said it a couple times, made that really cheeky play in the top lane where they smoked 4, showed Slark, and then were able to take a fight against C9.
I mean, once you hit that Aghanim Scepter and Ogre Magi, I think that's when everything starts turning around. Maybe even before that.
Yeah.
And Artez,
he does
who's
pick up
playing
that
Slark,
BKB, so
yeah,
really
so
like
they're
this
ready
choice.
to go now. He is out of position. They have Replicate, but he's going to get dueled. He does have Lincoln Sphere, so they have to get another hero. He's actually going to wait for him and Replicate. No, he gets duels first. He's got to press his R button drastically, and he will. Whew. They were all looking for him, and he gets out. So this will give room for Fata to farm bottom and for EE to farm mid. As they all grouped up as 5, they'll try to take the tier 2 tower, though. And if they can get this tier 2, that might be a solid opening for them. And then Roshan will be another objective, which is going to be up in who knows how long, a couple of minutes.
So HellRaisers are grouped up in the top lane. Looks like they're going to go for this tier 2. Will Cloud9 choose to defend or split push? The BKB is completed onto Eternal Envy, but that means he doesn't have buyback. Cloud9 do end up smoking as 5.
This could be huge. They could maybe get a couple of kills here. They're going to run right into Artez. Fata sees him. Blink is up. They're ready to go. Dark Pact, Ice Blast, Hero Blow. Goddamn, getting blown up. There's the last one after Ninja. Wait for him coming in. They're not fighting him. EE gets 1 kill already. Yule Scepter on the backside onto Artez. BKB's up for EE right now. He's got to get away immediately. Multicast coming out of Misery. He's low. He's about to fall, and looks like he already got his Ice Blast off. One exchange. EE's get away from across. Now Blake duel coming out to Eternal Envy, but the Silence Magic Missile. EE is the winner of that duel. He's going to Strength Morph right now. He's got to get away. Artez is getting low as well. He's going to fall. They do take down Eternal Envy, but there's only 2 left. Now Lasso still down. Sticky Napalm. Milo Scepter onto Dread. They're going to turn their attention towards him. Shrukatos is going to go. Fire Blast going in, but no multicast. Jump forward. It might be a team wipe. Gork's going to fall here as Misery is back into the fray. He gets a double kill. 5 dead for HellRaisers. They don't even need EE to get these kills. Great plays coming out from the side of Cloud9 and the supporting cast surrounding Eternal Envy. Wow.
I think that
what a fight.
Play by Afro Ninja was really optimistic to go for that duel. I mean, no one on his team was really in a position to help him besides the Slark, so only getting the damage from Slark, and I mean, he turned what was a 4v4 into a 2v4, and it was behind their tower as well, so the tower was attacking them. So a little bit
was questionable
of a mistake, I would say, but
yes,
you know, in the end, I don't think HellRaisers are out of it. They do lose a bit of gold and experience, but I mean, at this point, that amount of gold is not that big of a factor.
I think if EE was alive there, they could maybe think about pressuring the tier 3 tower and taking it, but once he died, it was more so just Cloud9 kind of cleaning up the scraps that HellRaisers had left them. And unfortunately, Eternal Envy doesn't really get much out of that fight. He got a duel victory, but then he died shortly afterwards.
We see Afro Ninja going for that Assault Curious build.
This could be the damage they're looking for, honestly.
So they're going to have an AC while C9 doesn't. They actually have a Vlad's as well, so getting up that 10 armor for the team as well as the -5 for the enemy team. So they're going to have a 15 armor advantage.
Let me ask you, who would go for an Assault Curiosity in Cloud9 even if they decided to build towards it? It doesn't seem like they have any hero that would specifically buy it. Exactly. That's not an item you generally buy on any of those heroes.
And it wouldn't even be that good because they don't that, I guess, I mean, at this point, Fata actually does a decent amount of right-click damage, 160. Of course, the Morphling always going to be doing a lot of physical damage. Neither of these heroes are really AC carriers, I suppose. Yeah, we probably just won't see an AC coming out from them.
And so that means that for Cloud9, they're going to have to deal with a lot of armor. Say, someone like a Morphling, this isn't going to matter because he's up to 29 armor because he's got a shit ton of agility, literally a shit ton. But for HellRaisers, I mean, they could just kill everyone else. Like, Pilot Eye and Misery and Bone 7, they're gonna die instantly, I feel like. And Gorik is running through, he's got Bloodlust, he's ready to fight. Pilot Eye has to actually blink away, and this is a bad fight coming up for Cloud9. 2 on to Pilot Eye coming in, Lasso's gonna go and actually saves his life. The winner still goes, meanwhile the multicast Misery gets blown up, Ethereal Blade, but Gorik pops the BKB. 2 dead on the side of Cloud9, now there's the Dream Call, and Fata will at least pick up 1. Winner going through as well, Illusion Orb, goddamn, getting caught out, no jaunt through. He's so low, goddamn, will survive. He's going to make it out in time. The Earn Charge going. A 1-for-2 trade. Both supports for Gorik, the offlaner. Blink forward, looking for more. He might get goddamn. He looks like he will, absolutely. So a 2-for-2 in the end. And that's still pretty good for HellRaisers, all things considered. But there's the Ethereal Blade going, and they will get the kill on Affinigi, who did not have his BKB. Replicate out. Fonz is going to get Blink Bash. Abyssal Bladed Phase Shift coming in. Can he get out? Absolutely. He does jaunt away as he makes himself close to that tier 2 tower. So actually the fight turns out in favor of Cloud9 after what was a rough start, I'd say. But
yeah, I think that fight just comes down to Gorik not using the BKB before he gets F-Blade comboed, and that took him down to about 200 life all the way from full, and that was really the changing moment in that fight, because once he's down to 200 HP, the puck was able to finish him off, and without the Ogre, they really can't take these long, sustained fights.
Well, that was, the Ogre is getting focused down quickly. Yeah, that was really
They need
really
Ogre
rough.
to get off multiple rounds of these spellcasts.
I think he needs to be in the back more. He kind of just ran up to the front of the engagement.
I think that was okay. He just needed to pop his BKB sooner.
Yeah. Well, speaking of BKB, goddamn, not dead yet. Waveform away from Returnal MB. Fox comes in. By the way, there's a refresher up on Bone 7. Wow, they're blowing up EE. He is going to Strength Morph right now. Artez gets sheets up, and he actually has to just throw up his Adaptive Strike. There's the Shadow Dance Waveform coming through as well. BKB still going swap out. Lasso onto Artez. He's got no Dark Pact. He's dead. Now the refresher goes onto Alpha Ninja. EE is now taking so much damage. He's so low, but it doesn't matter. The Mystic Flare is not enough. Alpha Ninja looking for a duel. EE is trying to desperately get out here. Fox is coming in as well. There's the Lincoln Sphere up. He can't duel now. Alpha Ninja is overextended and dead. Fotza getting yet another kill. They're looking for more, but everyone is on the retreat here. Ice Blast Strike gets sniped. Misery says, how the hell are you? And domes him. Wow, 4 dead, and Cloud9 coming back in a massive way. The double lasso, the refresher orb from Bone 7 doing work. They take the tier 2 tower. They're looking for a tier 3. Only one buyback in. It's Dread. And he might actually be able to get back here pretty soon. If he buys bots, he does have enough money for it. He actually had a replicate, never mind. He's good to go. He's in the high ground. Look at this.
Yeah, they're going to lose multiple Sitterbracks here, and that might spell the end for HellRaisers in this game.
Well,
and this could actually even be Mega Creeps. What's the buybacks? Yeah, no buyback on Sark.
It's
no
just
buyback
red.
on. Yeah, this is actually just the game.
It's Mega Creeps coming out. Looks like Cloud will take their first victory in this series. HellRaisers were so close. The lasso coming in from Bone 7, and now E is going to go to work. Waveform ahead. Gorik's still not dead yet. BKB's popped from Bone 7, and Gorik can't find a target. They take 1, they take 2. GG finally called. Gorik says, that's enough, guys. It was a good try, but when it comes down to it, Cloud9 just played so damn well later on down the road. And they made a couple of mistakes in the mid-game, but good stuff.
Yeah, definitely executing better in these team fights, and Cloud9 come away with the win in what was a really close game for quite some time.
That was